Hey y'all, so I'm just going to go over this quick rhythm homework assignment just to clear up some confusion I'm still seeing a little bit. We added some dotted quarter notes, so maybe I could explain that a little bit. And yeah. Okay, so for the first one, right out the bat, I'm seeing some confusion. So obviously we start with 1 here with the quarter note. And then a lot of us are putting and for this 8th rest. I'm not sure, it's not 1 and, because this is a full quarter note. Okay, so what determines the beat that starts this rest is the quarter note, and the quarter note's a full beat. So I'm just going to go down quarter notes. It would just be 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this second beat is just going to be 1, 2. Put a little parentheses because we know it's not there, and then that kind of makes the beat to make a little bit more sense. 2 and next note would be 2 and 3 and then again, so we had 2 eighth notes here, so 3 and this is going to be 4 and this will be in the parentheses. Okay, something that could help you guys out is when you see 2 eighth notes tied together like this, where they're connected, that means they're part of the same beat. That means they're either 3 and, 2 and, 1 and, or 4 and. So if you see eighth notes that aren't tied together like this, odds are that eighth note is going to be either on an upbeat or just isn't connected to any other eighth note. So when you see 2 eighth notes like this, you know that first one is probably going to be on that downbeat. Actually, it will definitely be on the downbeat. Okay, next one, we got 1 and 2 and a lot of us got this. I was happy to see that. Okay, next this is going to be the downbeat. 3, 4. So basically, when you see one of these, it's basically just a quarter note. It would sound like a quarter note if I were to clap it. Just 3, 4. Not bad though, not bad. And then next we got 1. Be careful with, some of us went 2 and stuff like that. It is 2 E and the first 3 16th notes, but this last 8th note just would cover both of these 16th notes if we were going to have all 4. But since it's an 8th note, it covers both of those 16th notes, so it's just 2 E and 1, 2 E and. And the reason we know that this is 2 16th notes and an 8th note is because there's 2 flags for these, and there's only 1 flag for this one. Moving on, same thing as number 1. We got 1. Since it's just a quarter note, the next beat is just going to start on the downbeat. So we got 2 right in that parentheses. So 1 and 1. So instead of 1, 2, and 1, it's just going to be 1, 2, and 1 is how we would count that. Then we got 1 and 2 in parentheses, and 1 and, or you could think of it, if we're going to count through all of it, it would be 1 and 2 and, but with the rest, it would just be 1 and 1 for this next beat. Now for the dotted quarter note, like we said in class a while ago, the dot adds half the value of the note. Okay, so regular quarter note is 1 beat. The dot adds half of the value of the original note. So not always half a beat, but in this case, half of 1 is half. Half of 1 is 0.5. So a dotted quarter note equals 1.5 beats. So that's going to cover 1 and 2, and then the next note after a dotted quarter note is going to start on and every time. So it's going to be 1 and 1. So here, this is going to be 1 and 2, and then we come in and we would clap on and 1, 2. So it would be 1 and 2 and 1. And if I wasn't going to count this, it would be 1 and 1. One more time, if I'm counting, it's 1 and 2 and 1. If I'm not counting the rest, it'd be 1, 2, and 1. Okay, I hope that clears up confusion. Same thing as being 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and. But with the rest, it'd be 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and. So we're trying to get better on these offbeat kind of things. Hopefully that helps you out. Tomorrow's similar assignment. I'm just going to keep building on this until we're all kind of on the same page. Thank you for doing this. I know I threw in that curveball with the dotted quarter note. Many of us hadn't seen that yet, but that is okay.